Hey everyone, it's Ashlena. Welcome back to my channel. Are you guys ready for a Freeze the Fall concert vlog? Because I am. I am going to take you through all of the goodies of what happened at the Toronto show, all of the meet and greets that I had with Jesse, Bell Development, and Johnny Foxtrot. Of course, the band, the momagers, the parents, all of that good stuff. Getting to the venue, being packed in my husband's truck with all of the band's gear. It was a good time. We had a good time. So let's get into it. So funny enough, the night actually started off the day before. Ginny was a little worried about how the merch was going to make it to their Airbnb before the show. And I said, you know what? I can come as soon as my daughter falls asleep. My husband gets home from work. I will drive downtown. There won't be much traffic at like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. So that's what your girl did. Your girl packed up her Jeep and drove to Freeze the Fall's Airbnb and dropped off the merch. And that's when I got to meet Freeze the Fall for the first time. And I got to meet the parents, and Johnny was there, Johnny Foxtrot. Bell Development. Jesse was not there as his flight wasn't coming in until later, so I had to wait until the next day to meet him. But it was just nice to kind of see them before the show, before the chaos, and, you know, help them out with a little bit of merch. Ginny decided it would be way cheaper for them to ship it to me than to fly with it, and I had no problem accepting that shipment, keeping it in my home for a couple days, and then obviously bringing it to them the night before the show. So that's what I did. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Freeze the Fall's concert, so welcome to the vlog. Just walking Ruger. He's doing his pee. And we're starting our day a little late today because I was at a friend's house last night and we stayed up until like, I don't know, 12:30 a.m., which is not late, but I'm old, so I woke up really late, and that's very unlike me. But I'm gonna head over to help Freeze the Fall get all their stuff to the venue and go to the meet and greet and go to the show. So stay tuned. So gotta walk the dog before we head out for the night, but it's pretty early actually. It's around 3:30 p.m. Saturday, of course, and we are heading to Freeze the Fall's Airbnb so we can use our pickup truck and bring all their gear to the show. That way they don't have to order a bunch of Ubers and waste a ton of money. So my husband has given the thumbs up to drive downtown with his pickup truck, and we'll help them out. Once we drop them off at the venue and unload, Conrad and I are gonna, come on Ruger, Conrad and I are gonna head out for dinner, and then we will be meeting at the park because Freeze the Fall announced a little Patreon meet and greet, so that will be fun. And yeah, this will be the first time I'm meeting Jesse, which is crazy. So I've already met the band, and I've met Johnny, and I've met the parents. So God, I feel like I'm going out on a first date or something. It's so funny. But yeah, I'm really excited. So just walking Ruger, then we're gonna head downtown. Traffic is gonna be this way. Oh, you wanna go the long way? Okay. Traffic is gonna be shitty, so it will probably take us an hour to get there, so trying to give Ruger a good 20-minute walk at least, and then we'll have some fun downtown. See you there.
I don't pray to God, but I did today, just to take a minute of the pain away, 'cause I'm scared that I believe in nothing. Am I on my own?
It was an absolute blast to not only meet the band the night before, but to meet Jesse in person. It was like meeting my little brother. Like, it was so nice to see him in person. And obviously I ran into Johnny again and Freeze the Fall and the parents and all of that. I also got to meet Evan and Teddy, and I'm obsessed with Teddy. Sorry, Evan, I'm obsessed with Teddy. I think she's just so cool. We had such a great time just chatting, and it was just really great meeting her and meeting everybody, honestly. No bad vibes anywhere. And everyone had the same love for the band, and it was a good time. So after we packed up Conrad's truck with all of the gear, Conrad, myself, and Craig headed over to the venue. And my paranoid ass, you guys, I was so worried about all of the gear in the trunk because it's an open trunk, right? Like anyone could just walk by and go yoink. So I was like watching I felt like I was a cop. I was watching the truck. I was like, don't touch anything. And the funny part is I'm drowning in guitars literally across my lap. Otherwise, no one would have fit in the back of the truck. So luckily, I'm a short girl, so that was easy for me to sit back there guarding all of, the most important parts, I would say, is the guitars. So we got to the venue. It's called the Handlebar. It's literally in Kensington Market. You can Google that little area. It's really cool. And we unloaded the stuff, basically made sure everything was good. Got some information actually from the owner where he told us that this is going to be a big show. We're expecting a huge turnout for Freeze the Fall. And you could just see the excitement on people's faces. The band hadn't arrived yet, but they were on their way. So I took it upon myself to film some of the venue, some of the Freeze the Fall merch. So you guys can check all of that out while I'm yapping. And then my husband and I decided, well, it's early. It's like 5:30 p.m. and they don't go on until midnight. So we're going to go out for dinner together and have a little date night, which we did. We went out to a restaurant called Paris Steak. If you live in Toronto and you know Paris Steak, it's my first time there. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. So after dinner, Conrad and I drove back, got to the park where Freeze the Fall was doing their Patreon only meet and greet. And I could just see on really Jonah's mom's face and Ginny how proud they were of their kids, because it was just such a beautiful experience to see them getting emotional over the fact that so many people showed up. And guys, not only did people from Toronto showed up, people from around the world showed up. People from the States, people from New Mexico, like old man Yeti right here, who is one of my subscribers. And it was a pleasure meeting and talking with you. So after the meet and greet, Teddy pulls me aside to do a little interview. So I did that. That was really fun. It was so hot. I was standing in direct sunlight, so I ended up taking off my Freeze the Fall hoodie. But luckily enough, I had Freeze the Fall merch, so it was fine. I had a t-shirt underneath. I was ready to go. We had a lot of time before the show started, and there were a lot of bands coming in and out doing their thing. So we just kind of sat on the patio and chatted, had a couple of drinks, and it was just nice to sit with subscribers and fans of the band. Guys, even Thomas was there, and if you know, you know. It was honestly so cool chatting with Thomas for a lot of the night, to be fair. We just had a lot to talk about. Music and Freeze the Fall and The Warning, of course. And he's a great guy. He is really cool. If you get to meet him, you should do that. And Ginny was there the whole time. Craig was there the whole time. Jesse was there the whole time. And obviously Freeze the Fall came to do their sound check, went back to rest, and then came back for the show. And it was good. All right, so I'm going to leave you guys with a bunch of concert footage. It is phenomenal. And then I'll talk to you guys in a second.
This song is another cover. It's a Lady Gaga cover.
This cover is called Ride by 3 Days Grace.
And you can help me because I keep forgetting the words. So let's do this. We got this, all right?
This song is dedicated to you, Ashlena.
You are a winner.
So of that. Thank you so much for spending the night with us. Yeah, thank you.
One more song! 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 One more
Guys, outfit change. I literally had to continue this conversation the next day because work has been a bit busy. So apologies, but I don't think you guys care. So the show was fantastic. I'm going to put the set list right here. I didn't see the set list until one of my friends, Jamie, sent it to me. And I was like, oh my God, my name is on the set list. Like, guys, who has this set list? I need a copy. This is big. This is a big deal for me. Obviously, my favorite part of the show was them doing Riot. And if you don't know and you're not a Freeze the Fall patron, which you should be, their information is below. They had all the patrons recommend songs that they should cover. And of course, I said you guys would kill a 3 Days Grace song. So that was the one they chose and it was awesome. And I know they've been like practicing it or whatever, but I never expected them to actually play it live in Toronto. Like I had no freaking idea. I had no idea. And I started crying like a baby. And it was just nice for them to do something like that because they did not have to do that. But for even if they just started playing it and didn't say anything, I still would have been emotional because I'm like, oh, I got them to cover that song. That's so cool. And it sounded so good. I had to help Quinn with the lyrics a little bit. I was trying my best to sing along with her. You know, it's a very kind of repetitive song, so I feel like she nailed it. But it was just so sweet of them, and that just made my heart so warm and so happy. The rest of the show was absolutely crazy. All I remember at the end when they were like finished was Jesse coming up behind me in my ear and going, one more song. And so everyone kind of came in and started chanting one more song, and they ended up doing System of a Down, and I'm like, oh, this is madness. And if you guys can tell, the moshing started happening where I was like, bye. And I decided to go kind of side stage and film some of Jonah because, you know, Jonah's always in the back and I wanted to have some good footage of him as well. And so I filmed him for most of that song. And it was a ball just watching Johnny and Jesse and Conrad and Jamie and everyone else just kind of bouncing around having a good time. And I think it was like the perfect song to end their set. I'm so glad it was like an hour and 15-minute set. I was so happy it wasn't like, you know, 20-minute, 30-minute set because it is a small venue and you don't expect bands to play for over an hour. And I was thrilled, absolutely thrilled. They did a phenomenal job, even though they had some technical difficulties. I believe the amp blew after like the second song, which is fine. It was kind of great to, you know, see Quinn just sing and not play guitar for like one song. And I was like, this is so lovely. And I have to say, Aria is such a rock star. Like, she owns that stage. She has swag to her, and she's so sweet, and I just adore her. And Jonah killed it. He killed it. He was going so hard on those drums. He was having a good time. And it was really sweet of him to even do that little announcement for Riot for me. And guys, cried like a bitch. It was just the best time I could have asked for. The only problem that we had that night is that when we were asking, you know, Freeze the Fall and their team if they wanted us to, you know, repack their gear and take it back to their Airbnb was like 7 minutes away. It was not an issue, and we had to go that way anyway. So Conrad went to go get his truck, and it got broken into. They didn't break anything. They shimmied the back window, but I was so sad because, yeah, my backpack was in there because, again, I was being interviewed. And the reason I had my bag was because obviously I was doing an interview, so I wanted to touch up my makeup, make sure my hair looked okay, maybe spray some extra perfume and all that good stuff. And yeah, my backpack was stolen, which is fine. And it's funny because I even hid it under the seat. So they must have just decided to break into our car for shits and giggles. But yeah, they did steal a ton of change from Conrad's car, which was in the middle console, but like, that's not a big deal. But the thing that made me so sad was Conrad's truck is very important to him. Okay, you guys, it was his brother's truck, and his brother has passed over a year ago. And Conrad kept his brother's bandana in the car, and they took it. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me why they would take that. They didn't take his like dash cam. They didn't take like his phone holder. They didn't take anything. But they took a bandana, and I'm like, go to the dollar store and buy your own bandana. And that was so sentimental to him. So that really, really made me sad. And there's not much we can do to replace it. The only thing that was of an importance to me was my glasses. So yeah, I had like all my makeup in a bag, which is fine. Makeup is replaceable. Who cares? Love to go shopping for new makeup, but my glasses were in there, and now I'm stuck with wearing old glasses that have the wrong prescription, and I just don't like them anymore, even though they're Versace. But like, they're not my vibe anymore. And so when I got home to take my contact lenses out, I was like, my glasses. And I was like, no. So I was like digging in drawers to find an old pair of glasses. Thank God I kept these. Reordered a pair of glasses when I got home at 3 o'clock in the morning, and hopefully they'll be here soon. So yeah, it was a great night overall. Did some shots with Jesse multiple times. Multiple tequila shots. Craig did tequila shots. Jonah's mom did a tequila shot, you guys. It was just a fun time. Great conversation. Great fun. Just good people overall, and I'm so excited for them for their show on Friday. I hope the merch makes it back in time. God help me, you guys. I have so much anxiety right now, and I don't get anxiety about your merch being returned to you on time before that show, and I swear to God, if it isn't, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to feel horrible. So please let me know you got your merch okay. Let me know how the show goes. I'm sure there will be footage somewhere. If you're a fan and you're seeing Freeze the Fall in Vancouver, I believe Phil Zero will be there, which is really cool. I believe Jillian and Jeremy will be there, which is cool. I will not be there. I'm so sad, but it's okay. Next year, your girl's going to make it down to Kelowna or wherever they're playing in BC. I'll be there. Don't forget to check out my Rot music video. I have 5 posters I'm giving away. Quinn's mom was so sweet at the end of the show, and she was just handing out posters to pretty much everyone that was outside. And she's like, have one of these, have one of these. And because I already had them and she gave me multiples, I don't need them, right? So I would love to give people who haven't been able to see Freeze the Fall live, or at least just don't have any Freeze the Fall merch and are fans, to give them that opportunity. So don't forget to enter. You have a week to enter. The contest ends on June 25th, which is a very important day. It is my birthday, so feel free to celebrate on my behalf. Have a drink, have a nap, have a coffee, an expensive one. Buy yourself something pretty. Don't buy me anything. Just have a good day on Wednesday. It's the Warning Wednesday, so there will be a video, and I'm just gonna work and be normal that day, and then the following Friday I'm gonna be the laziest I can be, and I'm so excited. So Birthday concerts this month have been epic so far. I've seen Freeze the Fall, obviously. I've seen USS, which was like my birthday concert while my friends came out. And then I have City and Color this Friday, and I'm stoked to see him. It's going to be so good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you in my next video. Go support Freeze the Fall. All their information is below. Don't forget to check out their new EP, The Red Garden. That is live on all streaming platforms. And go watch their video for Rot. It's pretty damn cool. But on their channel, not mine. Then come back to mine and watch that. Okay. Hope you guys have a good day.